Shalom u'bracha, peace and blessings. This week's Torah reading is titled Vayikra, and it opens a book by the same name, Vayikra or Leviticus. The book is called Vayikra because it actually opens with the words Vayikra el Moshe, and God called to Moshe or Moses. Typically this book is referred to as Leviticus. The reason that it is called Leviticus is another name for the book is Torat Kohanim, the laws of the priests. The priests were from the tribe of Levi, hence the term Leviticus, and much of the book deals with laws that pertain to the priests and pertain to sacrifices. In particular, this week's Torah reading deals with various forms of sacrifice and focuses on the korban chatos, the sin offering. When we read these laws with regards to sacrifice, we often ask ourselves, what is there in this text that we can learn for ourselves? It's very difficult to relate to a narrative about sacrifices. This is not part of the way that we serve God. We sacrifice of our time, we sacrifice of our possessions, but we certainly no longer bring animal sacrifices, and it's not something that is pleasing to contemporary sensibilities. However, there are significant lessons to be learned. The concept of a sin offering, the concept of a mechanism by which to atone when we don't do the right thing. The fact that the Torah thought in advance to deal with the very human side of who we are gives us permission to try to repair the situations that we face in our lives that reflect the very human side of who we are, the times that we can do better, and the times that we need to atone for the more difficult aspects of who we are. And the Torah provided for this in the form of the korban chatos. We are able to look at the times where we could have done better and say, you know what, there is a way that I can repair this. There is a way that I can make this situation better. This concept is reflected in Rashi on verse 22, chapter 4, verse 22. In the verse we read, Asher nosi yechate, when a prince sins. And Rashi tells us as follows, Asher nosi yechate, when a prince sins, Loshon Ashrei. It is a word of praise. It should be read, Ashrei Hador, praised is the generation, Shahanasi Shalo Nosein Lev, that the prince will place his heart, Lahavi Kapora al Shigagoso, to bring amends, to try to repair his shortcomings, his errors. The reality is that sin is part of who we are. Sin is the imperfection of the human condition. There are times that we do things that are very good, and there are times that we fall down. And Rashi is saying to us that when we're able to recognize our shortcomings, because there will be shortcomings, we are actually elevating ourselves and those around us. May we be blessed with the perspective to see our flaws and the vision to make amends, to stand up, brush ourselves off, do better. Remember, each time we read the Amidah, we read Baruch Atah Adonai Harotzeh B'Teshuvah. We praise you, God, who wants us to repair ourselves, who wants us to do better. God does not simply look at our faults. He looks at us, God looks at us when we brush ourselves off, stand up, and work to make this world a better place. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will. Shabbat Shalom, may the spirit of Shabbat bring warmth into your heart, into your home, and into your life.